Hello, everyone, and welcome to our MLS State of the Union. Going to give you guys a second to go ahead and come on in, a few seconds. Hello, Janice King. Welcome, Crypto Family, Crypto Queen Family. Hello, Janice King. Okay, we got an echo here. Hold Crypto on. Family. There Crypto we go. Queen. Okay. Have my YouTube in the background. All right, guys, so go ahead and let me know if you can hear me. We're going to go ahead and get started with our intro, okay? I'm not going to play the recording that I normally do because we want to get that up to date for our launch. So I'm just going to tell you, the things that we normally say so that we can get our disclaimer and everything out of the way. Hello, Marvin. Welcome. All right, guys. So you have entered into our MLS Experience, guys. This is where you're able to experience MLS through our members and our weekly live events. We have events all week long. Typically, they're all week long, but right now we had suspended everything kind of for the summertime, and we were looking forward to relaunching when we launch our new branding and website and back office and everything, okay? But this tonight that we do every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is our MLS State of the Union, okay? This event is where we spend time collaborating with our members and our guests. We share our corporate updates, recognition, and there's always golden nuggets and training being shared from our founder and visionary, Mr. Darry Perkinson. So if you are live with us on our YouTube page, do me a favor, go ahead and say hello in the comments. Some of you already have started doing that. Hello, Chicago Book Fair. I know that is Asada of the Crypto Queen family. Hello. Hey, Gina Williams. Hello, Jenny Moore. Welcome. So, guys, go ahead and say hello. Tell us where you're tuning in from. And if you're a guest, let us know who invited you, okay? Tell that person thank you for inviting you, because I guarantee you are going to learn something tonight that you'll be able to use today and for the future, okay? For this broadcast, if you're watching it live now, that's great. But sometimes people come back and they're watching it on replay, or they may even watch it on repeat, watching it the second and the third time. Let us know that as well, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and go over our disclaimer here really quick, and then we will move forward with our MLS song. So, as our disclaimer states, we are not licensed financial advisors. This information is for educational purposes only. Anything heard on this broadcast is not intended to be a substitute for you obtaining your accounting, tax, and financial advice from a licensed professional. And always, guys, beware of scammers. They are all over the place. They are not just attacking small companies, large companies. They're attacking everyone, okay? So please be careful. We will never comment or inbox you or email you requesting you to send Bitcoin to receive Bitcoin. We'll never email you guys or comment or inbox you telling you we got a special promotion going on. We've actually had members be targeted like that and lose tons of Bitcoin. So please beware of scammers, okay? So let me go ahead and play our MLS song, and then we will get started with our broadcast. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this.
Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom. Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, Bitcoin grew a worldwide currency. Only if you knew well, MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology, a way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can spend. Let it grow exponentially before you dip in. It's called cryptocurrency. 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 Changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom. Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join. Go in LS system to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks, because I'm facing the dark 21. Go in LS system to have some fun. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
All right. We are back. And yes, cryptocurrency is changing how the world does business, and it is changing how we live our lives here at MLS. My name is Pamela Jesse. I'm the Director of Operations, and we want to welcome you for being here with us tonight. Before we get started, or shall I say, before I turn it over to our founder and visionary, I'd just like to go over just a few announcements, and then we will move forward, okay? Announcement number one, I know everybody is wondering and waiting, when are we going to launch? Okay, guys, it is nothing more frustrating to us than knowing we are, ready to go, ready to launch. Every time, we are expecting something different happens, and it's very frustrating. We too are ready to launch, and move forward with our new branding, and have you guys see all of the new features and the marketing that we have in store for you. We too are ready to go. Okay. All I can ask is that you please be patient with us, because we just refuse to launch with, anything that's less than perfect. We refuse to launch where you're going to have a program that was thrown together and full of kinks and what have you. Okay. So please bear with us. Again, I've been saying this every week. We still have the educational platform that has blessed many of us, me as well, that have been doing very well with the things that we learned from the platform. We have one young lady that made over $4 million last year because of the information that she uses, okay, from what she's learned with our platform. So, yes, there are things that need to be up to date, but there's plenty of information that is still here that is absolutely valuable, okay? And then our founder and visionary shares valuable information with us every single week. So you can still be building your business like a lot of our leaders are, right? And we could still be making money. We can still be creating new communities, right? And we can still be sharing the opportunities. So let's not forget that. If you are a guest, I do see Jerry Jones was invited by Tony Battles. Welcome, Jerry. We glad to see you here, and can't wait for you to experience MLS with us tonight. Okay. The only other thing, guys, that I wanted to just be, have you guys be mindful of is when you are paying your renewal fees. We got a lot of people renewing, and we appreciate that. We're glad that you're renewing and you want to continue to be here with us year after year. But we need you actually sending the required information that is in the back office. Some of you may be just renewing from what you've done in previous years, but we really need you to follow directions that are in the back office, okay? It makes it easier for us and gets you approved and active faster when you follow those directions, okay? So please do that for us. Please send your screenshot. Please let us know your username so that we are able to credit the right account. All right. We've had a couple people request landing pages because we are coming out with brand new marketing, brand new pages. We don't want anyone paying for those pages right now because it's not going to last. Okay. The old logo, all of that will be coming down. So anyone that has done it this week, I will be refunding your money, okay? And we will be taking that down from the website, right? If you have a landing page now, of course you can continue to use it until we launch. But we don't want anyone paying for one that's not going to be up and active much longer. Okay? So those are all of the updates that I have for today. Before I turn it over to our founder and visionary, I always like to just quickly let people know what MLS stands for. What is Massive Leverage System all about? Okay. So MLS, again, stands for Massive Leverage System. All right. And we are breaking the chains of financial scarcity, breaking the chains of financial slavery. We want to break those chains. We want to give you the tools necessary to do that. Okay. I've learned so much from this company, guys, since I've been here, June of 2020. And, I'm not ashamed to say I'm 56 years old. And I've learned more in the past year on a financial education level than I have my entire adult life. Okay. So it's absolutely an area where you can be a part of this community and make a difference in your life. Okay. So who is the Massive Leverage System? We're a membership club. We're not an MLM, guys. It's not a job. It's a membership club. And if you're a member, you're here for the education. Okay. When we launch, you'll notice that we have a distinct separation between who's a member and who is actually here to build a business, right? So if you're here to build a business, it's not MLM, it's not a job, right? It's an opportunity for you to share the education and be rewarded for it. If you're a member, you're here to be educated, okay? We've been operating and serving members since 2014. We operate globally and with our corporate offices in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, our current mission is to create a self-managed system for members to accumulate Bitcoin for free while growing our financial knowledge and to elevate you and your family to a better lifestyle. Now, this mission will be changing, but the gist of it is all the same. And you'll find out what that is with the gentleman that you're about to meet, guys, okay? Now, our foundation is 5 pillars of wealth. This is what our club was built on. One is creating cash flow. Two is acquiring precious metals and Bitcoin. Three is infinite banking, where we will teach you how to be your own bank. Okay. Learn to trade and also acquiring real estate. Those are the 5 pillars of wealth, which is a foundation of this company. All right. And then how do we do that, guys? How do we create what we need to do so that you are financially free, right? Well, we offer MLS University, and we do that with 10 levels of education. One is our Crypto 101. We teach you all about crypto and how to secure it, right? Extreme credit. This is where we teach you how to earn and gain personal credit. We call it extreme because we're not talking about $500 worth of credit. We're not talking about 1,000. We're talking about 6 figures. Okay. That's why we call it extreme. Intro to business. We're going to teach you how to set up your own LLC, how to set up your business, how to run your business, and make sure that you have all of the correct entities in place to keep you legal and out of trouble. Okay. We also offer business credit. This is when you want to learn how to obtain business credit without using your personal credit. Okay. Solo 401k, ALOCs and HELOCs. That's when you can have your advanced lines of credit. Okay. Being able to live in your home mortgage free. Wouldn't we all want to do that, right? Or be able to pay off your mortgage in 2 to 5 years. Okay. It's absolutely been done here in this club. Intro to trading, trading is course number 6. Course number 7 is infinite banking. Number 8 is offshore. And 9 is venture capitalist. This is when we all get together and we start acquiring some large properties, right? We start doing some angel investing. So that just gives you an idea, guys, of who MLS is all about. Because when you come on Monday nights, it's not a presentation. It's not an overview. This is our State of the Union, where you are here to get a feel for how we collaborate with each other. And this is when we update our members. Okay, so I just wanted you to know why you're not seeing a full-blown presentation here. And then lastly, let me just tell you a little bit about our founding visionary, and then I'm going to turn it over to him. His name is Darry Perkinson. We call him Wallstreet. Okay. He is a computer programmer and he's a master trader. If you don't know what master trader is, it means that he is able to trade on several different platforms. Okay, with whether it being crypto, forex, futures, whatever the trading is, he knows, he does it all and does very well, I might add. He is from Newark, New Jersey, and he's not ashamed to tell you he grew up on welfare. But I tell you what, he went from welfare to millionaire, right? And I always say, if you want to learn how to be a millionaire, you need to hang out with one. You need to rub elbows with some, right? So he has a saying that says, if you walk with me, I will make you a millionaire. So all he asks is that you walk with him, that you learn the education, that you use the education, and then share the education. That's all he asks. That's what he calls paying him his dividends, guys. That's what he calls it. And lastly, he spent 20 years in the United States Army. Okay. He's a retired master sergeant, and we appreciate him for that time served in the military. So Wallstreet, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, sir. You have the floor.
Okay, guys, how you doing tonight?
I'm in the area, so my where I'm outside. The power is basically out, so I'm using an internet. We got a lot of rain going on, and now the frogs are speaking. But welcome anyway. I just want to say this to y'all. So the State of the Union. I want you to think about the State of the Union. What the president comes out and he speaks the State of the Union to us, to the all the citizens of the United States, right? And so what is that all about? He's giving you a footprint of the nation's economy. Well, MLS Bitcoin Club has a State of the Union. It's not for the nation, it's for the individual economy. No other economy is more important to you than your own home economy. Would you agree with that? Okay, so let me put it this way. I went shopping today, food shopping, and I had maybe plastic bags. Somebody had about 40, maybe 40 items. I won't even say 40. I'm gonna say 28, 30 items. And it came up to be about $183. Now I want you to think about something. People are going shopping, food shopping, and ever so slightly the bags are getting smaller and you're paying more money. What do they call that? That's the thief in the night. That is inflation. The Powell, if you know who the Powell is, he's the chairman of the joint. No, I'm sorry, he's the chairman of the Federal Reserve. And Jerome Powell says that we didn't have any inflation. And then it came out a few weeks later and says, well, yeah, we got a little bit. We got 5%. Guys, when you can go food shopping and you look at your cart, you used to be able to put $100 of food in that cart, had a whole bunch of items. Now you got a quarter of that cart, and it's almost $180 for the same, a lot less food. That's called inflation. That's the thief of the night. So that means you're gonna work harder, right? So they passing out money. They passing out money. Is airdropping money to all the citizens of the United States and then some, right? They people that are not citizens are still getting Planned Parenthood. They getting extra money. Okay, now when you think about that, who's paying for this money? Like, okay, so first of all, the fiat currency, it's all made up. It's putting us in a system that we have to live on. If you live in America, you live on this system, right? No one can be completely cryptocurrency. It's not. It doesn't exist yet in the United States. Okay, so that means you got to live by the fiat currency rules. That means you're going to be spending more money for the items that are going up in price, and it's starting to hit the food. The way it's going, we have to start paying the money back. And the way they're going to get it back is going to become with the food, with property taxes, with some made up taxes they're going to come up with to start bringing and sending them payments off to those private bankers that we know as the Federal Bank or Reserve, right? The Federal Reserve Bank. Nothing federal about it. They have no reserves, and it's not really a bank. Okay? It's not a bank. It's not even a government institution. It is a private entity. So think about that. So if you ever saw the Game of Thrones, they made a real good analysis of how the bankers, the actual people that run the gold reserves, how they put money into the hands so people, change hands in war. And then they ask for their payments to come all the way back. And the money always flows back to those same hands. When you look at all the governments around the world, it's happening here too. Okay. So how do you get around this inflation and start creating deflation? Deflation. Now let's understand what deflation is. Deflation is on your side. That's when everything around you gets cheaper. No matter if you're paying for a basket of food that was $183 from your own pockets, it may only cost you about $8 to $10. Why? Because you were in crypto, and crypto is uplifting your economy. I was talking to a young man today, and he was talking about, I save all my money up, and I bought me a house. Right, house was like 300,000, and he bought him a house. I said, man, congratulations, but are you in crypto? He said, no, I don't believe in crypto. I said, awesome. I said, okay, but did you know that $300,000 that you put in that house, if you had it in crypto, it probably worth about somewhere close to about 2.5 to $3 million, and the cost of the house would have been minuscule. Would have been like maybe $20,000 for a $300,000 house. I want you to think about that. When you're in the crypto space, and if you're holding on long enough, then crypto is on your side. For example, if you got started in Bitcoin in 2020 of March 2020, your price would have been somewhere close to about $3,500 to $4,000 per Bitcoin. If you just happen to buy one Bitcoin, just one. And if you did, I'm going to share my screen with you now. And if you did do that, then at this very moment, your Bitcoin would have been somewhere close to, look at this, $46,265 as of this very moment. That's a year. It's a year and a half. Okay? So you put something in for $4,000, and now you got 10 times as much to live on, to do what you want to do. Let alone if you bought 2 Bitcoins or 3 or 5 Bitcoins, or you're just going in and buying $50 a month and $100 a month and $200 a month and then $500 a month, and all of a sudden those payments that was coming in is not inflation. It's called deflation, because everything around you is getting cheaper. Now, everybody else, everything around them is getting more expensive. That's called inflation. But if you're in the crypto space, everything around you is cheaper. Everybody understand that? It's cheaper. So when you think about, let's say you want to get a home, you want to buy this house, you see this house, you love this house, and in the next 5 years, I'm not saying right now, because some of you just now getting started, it just happened to wake up to this call. And let's say 5 years from now, which is not a long time, it's not a long time. 5 years from now, you wake up and he says, wow, I want to buy this house. This house is going to cost me right now about $250,000, $300,000. Because houses also is inflation. The houses are going up and they're going up. Okay. All right. So here you are. Now you're going to start putting together this dream. You're going to visualize you saving the money, but you're not going to save it in dollars. Every time you get paid, you're going to take 10% of whatever you get paid on, and you're going to convert that into cryptocurrency, whether it's going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, other altcoins I'm going to share with you in a moment. Whatever those things are, you're going to start saving and making more cash flow with it. So let me give you another example. We're going to shift gears. I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. And I'm going to share another screen. Okay. This screen I'm going to share is called Crypto Bubbles. All right. Now look at this screen, Crypto Bubbles. So you should be able to see my screen. Can everybody see my screen? Pam, let me know if you can see Crypto Bubbles.
Yes, we can.
All right, awesome. So in Crypto Bubbles, I'm sharing with you, first of all, what is Crypto Bubbles? CryptoBubbles.net. So what is it sharing with you? I'm sharing with you a weekly bubble. What's happening in a week? Okay. Not a year. What happened this week? Just this week, right now. Last 5 to 7 days. Okay. We're looking at some things that's happening right now. Here's an example of HOT. HOT. This is a symbol. And realize that every cryptocurrency altcoin, these are all called alt tokens. Okay. Everything here is an altcoin. If it's not Bitcoin, it's an altcoin. But they can be all converted right back into Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, as you measure it, it's measuring in Bitcoin as itself, the lowest form of Bitcoin. So when I click on this thing called HOLO, the symbol is HOLO. It's called HOT, HOT, HOT. But the name of the company is called HOLO. Now check this out. So a week ago, you could have bought this coin for less than a penny, 0.00846. And all of a sudden, its high print right now is 0.1. That's a penny. He says, wait a minute, that can't be a whole lot of money. Well, if it's 0.08 and is now 0.01, that's about 300% what's going on. And so if you had, just say, $300, you now got about $900 on it. What if you had $10,000? You almost got a double. That means you almost got $20,000 getting ready to hit it. Okay, I would pull some off if I'm playing these small coins. Let's look at another one. Dogecoin. People call it doggy coin or Doge. It is a lot on the news. Within the last week, it's up 25% from 24 cents to 34.5 cents. Almost right. So it's up 25%. What's 25%? So if I had $1, I make 25 cents on every single dollar. If I have $5,000, or let's say $1,000, I now got 250 extra dollars in my pocket. Now this is just a week. What's going to happen within a year? What's going to happen when Bitcoin breaks 50, 60, 70, 80, $90,000? I'm just giving you some examples. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I want to get your mind right when I'm talking about this. See, some of these things is up 53%, right? Luna is up. Look at this. 53% for the week. For the year, it's already up 3,000%. For the month, it's up 230%. So when we talk about these things, guys, think with Shiba, SHIBA, right? Shiba. This thing was way less than a penny. For the month, it's up 33%. It's not even a penny yet. It's got a long way to reach a penny. It's like playing penny stocks. Okay. Now, it don't always work though, because here's Safe Moon. There's so many people got into Safe Moon, less than a penny, but now it's even less. It dropped 27%. It dropped 43% for the month. So guess what? That coin is becoming worthless, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. Okay. As the crypto space is going up, a lot of these companies are going up with it, but a lot of these companies won't be around in a few years, right? But what can you do? You can convert all of these coins, all of them. You can convert every single one of them right back into crypto, right back into Bitcoin itself. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the bubble side, okay? So when I look at Bitcoin itself, I'm going to go here, and I look at BTC, for example. Let me go over here, for example, Bitcoin itself. When I look at Bitcoin, where is my Bitcoin at? Let me go back to my top 100. Oh, my favorites. Let me go to my favorites. Okay. So when I go back and look at Bitcoin, this is Binance. I'm changing the symbol to Binance. When I look at Bitcoin, I'm seeing what Bitcoin is doing. This is the top. This is all the coins on Binance. Now, if you don't know what Binance is an exchange. What is an exchange? An exchange is where you can buy Bitcoin with your credit card. You can set up a banking account with it. You can buy Bitcoin through your checking account. You can actually convert your your crypto back into dollars if you need to and pull some money back to your checking account. Okay, this is a very serious that Binance US, Binance.us, not Binance.com. If you're overseas, you could use Binance.com. If you live in the United States, you have to use Binance.us. Okay, now this is for the folks that's actually in Binance.us. If you want to convert some of your crypto, because right now you need some money. Let's say you want to go to DeFi. If you don't want to do DeFi, because DeFi has a double-edged sword to it. Let's say that you want to just cash some out. Just cash some out. It's not a bad situation cashing out some of your money. Then what do? You're going to convert your money, your Bitcoin, into USD. You'll see that in the back office. You'll learn how to do this. I'm going to do some classes on it. You're going to convert it to USD. Then when you convert it to USD, it has to stay there for 10 days. Then you can start pulling it out. Okay? You can start pulling it out. All right? You can pull out $5,000 a day. That's strictly on Binance. Now, if you want to withdraw some of your other crypto into some other crypto, you could do $1 million a day of withdrawing one crypto for another crypto. $1 million a day. That's huge, right? All right. So now you can use other resources as well, such as you want to use BitPay. They still do it. You can do it. You can send some crypto into your Coinbase. You can send some crypto into your Cash App, right? And then convert it back into dollars, and then send it to your bank account. You can still do all of that. Okay. So the world that we live in, your home economy is the most important economy that you need. And what I want to say to you today is that, guys, you learn, you take them 40 hours and you keep learning. You learn those 40 hours. Let me stop sharing for a moment. I'm going to go to our charts one more time. Okay. Let me go to the charts one more time. And what I want to share with you on these charts, because people talk about gold, right? Oh, you need it. The real money in the world is gold. I get it. I hear them all the time too. I hear them. Now, do you see my chart?
Yes.
You do. Okay. Let's look at gold. Look at gold. What's the high print on gold? $2,074. All-time high. I think it's almost $2,100. $2,074. Okay. Now, people say it all the time. Well, Wallstreet, gold is real, right? You can touch it. That's true. You can touch gold. You can feel it, right? You can safeguard it. It is a hedge against inflation. Okay. So wait a minute. We got people that's inflated right now. They are being inflated on right now. So what do you mean they're being inflated on? There are people right now suffering, and they have gold set to the side. And so what do they got to do to hedge against inflation? Because we are in an inflated period. So how do you hedge against it? What do you got to do? You got to go sell your gold. What happens once you sell your gold? So your gold is only worth, at this very moment, $1,785 for 1 troy ounce. That's all you're going to get. That's called a spot price. You're not going to get a better price than that. When you go to buy gold, you got to pay spot price plus maybe $60 extra. So, for example, if you want to buy a piece of gold, it's $1,785 plus $60. You're going to spend about $1,800 and maybe $40, $50, right? All that's going to go with it. Now, is gold better than crypto? I'm gonna let you come to that conclusion. So if I could take one Bitcoin, just one, a half a Bitcoin right now is about $23,000. How many pieces of gold can I purchase? That's about a good 12 pieces of gold with a half of Bitcoin. Which one is better? I don't know. They say, well, gold is there for the future. Well, that's debatable. Crypto is here for the future. Crypto can't be taken from you if you follow what we teach you. If you got your crypto, all of your cryptocurrency inside somebody else's account, not your account. It's not in your Trezor, it's not in your ledger, it's not in your whatever your cold wallet is. You at the mercy of that company. That's the mercy you're part of. Okay. So what you got to do is learn to get back in control. And we all get out of control for a little while, then we get back in control. Don't be fooled that you're making, we're going to pay you 7% interest on your money, right? But you can lose every single dollar of your money that you got in that institution. Did you hear what I just said? Oh, we're going to pay you 7% interest, and you got $50,000 over there, and you cool with that, you out of control, and all of a sudden they paying you weekly, daily, in a year you made 7%. But in a few months, 5 months from now, you don't have control. You can't pull your money out without going through some red tape. You can't do certain things. It could be hacked. It could be stolen from you. And all of a sudden you look up and says, oh my God, this is my fortune. Where's it at? Guys, you got to realize this is real. This is stuff I'm telling you because it's happening to people every day. You have to learn to get back in control. So how do you learn to get back in control? You got to spend those 40 hours. You got to spend those 40 hours. Okay. So guys, listen, I gave you a whole lot to think about today, right? I'm going to stop sharing. And what I want you to do, what I really want you to do, guys, is sit back. I need you to have conversations to wealth with your friends, with your family. Let them know, here's the price of gold, $1,785. Here's half a Bitcoin at 23,000. How many pieces of gold can you buy with a half a Bitcoin? And you can purchase gold with Bitcoin. You can. You can go to JM Bullion and purchase Bitcoin. Purchase gold with Bitcoin on the spot. Guys, I'm telling you right now, everybody wants your Bitcoin. They are willing to trade physical gold for your Bitcoin. Is that not telling you something? Which one is for the future? Is gold for the future? Is Bitcoin for the future? If Bitcoin was not for the future, they would not be selling their gold for Bitcoin. I don't know. I'm just looking at the numbers. I'm looking at what everybody's doing. I've been looking at gold for the last 10 years. It never broke $2,100. Always comes back down. Bitcoin in the last 2-3 years has made new highs, and every time it's making a brand new high. And we will be at a brand new high before December. And I believe it could be at 100,000. That's where we at. With that being said, guys, I appreciate everybody coming tonight. Hope you learned a little bit. I hope you got your mindset right. I hope you're ready to start changing your life for the future, because it's about starting now, not 2 weeks from now, not 10 months from now. You should be starting now. With that being said, everybody, please take care. Have a great, great week. Look forward to seeing you guys next month. Pam, take it away.
Okay, Wallstreet. So don't leave too quick now. We got one question. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Okay, so this is from Tony Battle. She said, is it a taxable event when you put, because you said, hold on. Okay, is it a taxable event when you put it in USD and leave it there for 10 days before pulling it out, or can you avoid taxes that way? She's speaking in terms of what you were saying.
All right. So
okay.
Let's talk about taxes. I'm not a tax advisor, and I'm on the internet, and I'm not going to go answer that question. I'm just going to tell you this way. If your Bitcoin is with a public company, then you definitely gonna have to pay some taxes. If your Bitcoin is in your private reserve spot, what did I mean by that? Your own ledger or Trezor device or whatever you're doing in that device, nobody knows about. That's yours. That's like you got a personal collection of gold, and then you look at silver, and then you take a piece of your gold and go get silver and put it back in your stash. The government don't know anything about that. That's on you. You need to talk to your tax person about that. Okay. All right. That's the only thing I want to say about that. I'm not sharing all my gold and all my belongings with the government. I'm not going to do it. You got it? That's my personal, private information. When you bring it into the public sector, you went from private to public, and therefore you will be taxed on what's happened. Okay? There you go. I'm going to keep it that way.
Okay, great. Thank you. One more question from Gina Williams. Gina wants to know the difference between the USDC and then the USDC with the ERC20.
All right. So that's part of your 40 hours, right? You got to get that 40 hours in there. So the first thing you're going to do is, it's called ERC20 is the new Ethereum that's going to work on the Ethereum network. Okay. And that's the newest relationship they got with Ethereum. And so the coins are basically the same, except one is going to be operating on Ethereum network, while the other one may be doing something different or is upgrading to the ERC20. But look it up on, the best thing I'm going to tell you to do is look it up on Google or YouTube, and you get a whole lot of different information on that, guys. But I tell you, the good thing is, first of all, why are you getting USDC? Okay, so let's look at it this way. What's the purpose of USDC, USDT, GUSD, TUSD, right? You got G, T, USDT, TUSD, you got Binance USD. What is the purpose of all those coins? Those coins are called stable coins. They do not grow in value. They do not. They are only there for you as a hedge in case the crypto goes down in value. You don't lose any downside to it. But if Bitcoin is traveling to the upside, then you should have, it's called risk on and risk off. I'm gonna say it this way, like traders say it. When you talk about the S&P 500, oh, everybody's selling, that's called risk off. And then when it turns a corner and the markets are going back higher, okay, risk is on. That means get in, y'all. Get in, risk is on, because we get ready to go for new highs. Well, crypto, Bitcoin, is risk on right now. Risk on. I'm not saying take all your money and put it in Bitcoin, but you want to have a good portion of it because it's growing. It's going to the upside. We're on our way to 50. We have 46,000. We're on our way to 50. Before you know it, we're going to break it. We're going to be at 55, 60. We're going to be 75, 80, 90. Before you know it, we might be at 100K. So what does that mean? Risk is on. When Bitcoin gets to the 100K, guess what's going to happen? Risk is going to be off. So you're going to start pulling profits. That means you're going to go ahead and now convert some of those crypto into USDC. But every time you do it and you're with a public institution, you are creating a taxable event. Okay? All right, enough about that. You got it, Pamela, take it back.
Okay. Wallstreet, everybody keep asking if somebody's snoring in your background. I told them it's crickets and frogs.
Oh yeah, those crickets and frogs. Them frogs are talking to us, y'all. Them frogs right there.
Okay, let me see if it was one more question. Everybody started talking about the frogs. Okay, can I deposit my USDC in the USDC ERC20?
Yes, if you go through, yes, you can if you go through the right platform. It'll say you can convert it. Yeah, you can convert it. But it's no need. I mean, what are you going to do? Why are you converting? The question is, what's the purpose of you doing that? What do you plan on? You plan on doing? You plan on buying something? You plan on selling your USDC? What's the? Are you just playing and costing yourself fees to do that? What's the purpose? Why are you doing it? You got to sit down and think about what are you doing. Okay.
Yeah, it definitely will cost. Okay. All right, Wallstreet. I think that is it. She say it was just for future reference.
Got it. Okay. Everything's good, guys.
Okay, good. Well, thank you, Wallstreet, again for all of the great information. Always learning something new. I wanted to quote this quote I got, guys, from Dave Ramsey, and it kind of reminded me of Wallstreet. It says, the thing I have discovered about working with personal finance is that the good news is that it's not rocket science. Personal finance is about 80% behavior and it's only about 20% knowledge. So what
I
I
agree.
thought about when I read that is how you, Wallstreet, are always telling us it's okay to study and read it in the back office, but if you're not using it, if you're not putting what you learn to work, that's what I consider the behaviors. If you're not, being disciplined, then all of that knowledge means nothing. So I just wanted to share that quote there, guys. Wallstreet, did you have something else to add to that?
Nope, I agree with the statement 100%, and I agree with your statement 100%. So get to it, guys. My battery is about to die. I got about another 2%. I told you my power went out, so I got another 2%, guys. I gotta go.
All righty, no problem, Wallstreet. Glad you was able to make it tonight. I thought I might not have made it. It was pouring down rain today. Well, so guys, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Our guest, thank you so much for being on. Get back with the person that invited you out. If you are watching this on replay and, you may not even have been invited by anyone, but you may have seen it somewhere. Okay. If we have members on here, and guys, if you're not doing this every week, you're cutting yourself short. I usually take the go to the YouTube, okay, and then click that share button, and you can share it to your Facebook profile wall, okay? And then before you share it, just put a comment, say, hey, I'm inviting you to watch tonight and get this financial education, and then follow up with me afterwards, right? It's just a way of sharing the information and actually getting leads. Okay. So y'all share every week. You can even share it later. They'll comment in the comments under you if you share it to your page. All right. So thank you guys for being here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and close it out with our MLS song, and we will see you next week. I will find out from Wallstreet when he's going to start back with the AWA, so that we can have our Ask Wallstreet Anything sessions. It's just, guys, so much time and energy is being spent toward creating the new website, the new back office, and all of the new features. So hang in there with us. It's absolutely going to be worth it. All right. You guys have a great evening. And here is our song.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Get a raise our financial wisdom. Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out. Learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, Bitcoin grew a worldwide currency. Only if you knew well. MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology, a way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can spend. Let it grow exponentially before you dip in. It's called cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency. Changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Sending money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Get a raise our financial wisdom. Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join. Call MLS system to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoins are facing a dark 21. Call MLS system to have some fun. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
All right. Good night, guys. Bye-bye.